All right, so today's a really nice day out. It's still a little soggy, so I'm not going to be going everywhere, but I'm going to be giving a tour of my property. I got about 20 acres. Um, all right, so this is the corner of my property. My property line is somewhere over there, so all this is me. This is how wide this got. I don't know how it got this wide, but this thing, a lot of water comes through here. This is a county type drainage, so it drains through my neighbor's property over there, all the way back here to the corner of my property, and then back further. So anyways, this is the corner. This is the road, not a very busy road, maybe like 10 cars a day total. This is my front yard. It's my house. It's my shop. It's a bunch of other stuff. My barn's back there behind those trees. And then, yeah, we're gonna drive all the way around. And I'm not gonna drive in the front yard because, like I said, it's a little wet, and these tires I have right here they'll tear up the yard. So, but I don't care about the side. So we're gonna go around the corner, then around the back, and then over to the property. So I got about 5 acres in the yard, and then about 15 acres over there. 10 acres is pasture, another 5 acres is wooded, and there's a couple ponds. So we'll take a look at those. So here's the other corner of my property. It's basically, my property is a big rectangle, essentially. It kind of follows this line a little bit, this ditch, and then it ends somewhere here in the middle. I'm not going to build anything over here, so it's not really a big concern of mine. Back here behind me is a company owns this land, and they don't do anything with it. It's just acres and acres of woods. So it's, nobody ever comes back here. And then my property follows this ditch as well. It's basically straight, so it's a little on the other side of this ditch, but it goes all the way back. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna follow the property line around, and then we'll look at it just a little further. Oh, don't mind all the trash either, because we moved in a few months ago, and right now I'm just clearing all the land the best I can, and picking up trash while I can. So right here to my left, they had a little dog fence or pig fence or something like that. I cleared it out last week. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with it. It's you know, it's kind of, I don't know, it's small, little shed. Maybe they had goats or something. I don't know. Over here, they had a horse corral. It's old and the wood's kind of rotting, but you know, it looks kind of nice. I don't want to really tear it down. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We're thinking about putting some raised beds in there, and then kind of like lowering the fence and putting up some that I don't know what it's called, but it's that trellis looking wood that's like, you know, X's, and to kind of grow some vines on or something. I don't know, we'll see. The south is that way, so the sun is always coming in this way. So, all right, well, we're gonna go around here, get to my gate, and then come back down to the corner. All right, so as you can see, there's more trash down here, tins and tires and whatnot. And, you know, that's fine. Like I said, I'll get around to one day cleaning it up. Now, there's a fence line here. It follows this whole pasture area is all fenced in. They had horses, and we don't have any large livestock like that, but we're gonna keep the fence up because why not? Now the property, there's a fence line right there. You can kind of see it on this right before you get to the top, well, in the middle of that ridge. But beyond that, I probably have another 5 acres. There's a giant pond, maybe a 2 or 3 acre pond over there, and everything else is just grown up wooded. Now, one day we will get over there and clear it out, but for the time being, it's just a extra little something we got in the back. I've gone back there a few times with my dogs and whatnot, and a bunch of pine trees over here, so a bunch of pine needles. I have a bunch of fallen logs or trees like this, so that's what I've been out doing the last couple weeks. I was just cutting up wood and making burn piles, and I'm gonna keep doing that until I got everything done. Now you see a lot of ditches on this property. Now it rains a lot where I'm at, like probably some of the most in the country. So you'll see a lot of drainage, and that's fine. Kind of looks nice. It's not like there's fish or anything in these creeks or anything like that. You can even see back here. It's just, it's mainly just a ditch. The water flows this way back to that back corner, and then it flows, it keeps going north that way, beyond my property. So there's, like I said, there's a bunch of ditches, and it stays pretty dry over here though. Even after like a big monsoon, it's not wet at all anywhere on this pasture, except for by the pond. So I'm not gonna go over there today, not all the way over there. I'll go over and show the pond, but I won't be going too far. So I'm gonna come up here and we'll show you this old cabin that was left here. All right, so there's this old cabin here. You can see it. Apparently the guy who owned this property, he owned pretty like a couple thousand acres, and he broke it all up, you know, over the last couple hundred years. And anyways, the road is named after him, so it's kind of cool. But somebody said that this was his house. This is where he lived. That was his original barn, and yeah, so this is fenced in. This is part of the pasture that we're sitting over here to the right. All this pasture, this is part of the border fence for that. And it goes around that way until it gets to the road, and it cuts straight across. We're gonna go and check out the pasture, and then we're gonna go beyond over here and check out this pond over to my left. So, but right now, this is just, you know, it's an eyesore. It's a bunch of trees covering up, so you can't really see it from the road. And in the summertime, you can't see it at all. This stuff grows up so thick. Which is, you know, it's nice. But I'm gonna get in here in the next couple of years, and I'm gonna tear this down. Maybe sometime this year, I don't know. But I'm gonna tear all this down, and there's no concrete or anything like that. It's just an old cabin, and it's like old. One day you guys will get in there and be able to see it. The barn, A lot of people said I should tear that thing down, but it's 100 years old. A whole wall fell down. It's still just standing there. I like it. It's got original like everything. 2x4s are you know, 2 inches by 4 inches, not the new stuff. And it's great. It's got a bunch of stalls in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 stalls. It could be 9. It could be a ton. Whole upstairs is fine. Needs a lot of work though. I'm gonna actually be addressing that sometime in the near future, maybe the next month. I'll be getting there and trying to fix that wall up, and then figuring out if I want to do metal siding or wood siding. I still haven't made my mind up on that yet. I want to kind of stick with wood, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. So this is my property. It's I mowed it not too long ago, so that's why it looks kind of nice. I've been trying to, when I first got here, this was all 4 foot tall. All this, it was all just weeds and thistles and all kinds of stuff. So I haven't mowed over here because I don't know if you can see, but there's a big pile of string. So this used to be a hay field at one point as well, and they left a lot of string, and it's all buried under the ground, and it just destroys my mower when I'm mowing. But we'll get a little bit closer to the barn. We'll go around over here and then back to the barn, and then we'll go over here to the other pond. So let's do it. I'm not gonna drive through here. I don't trust this. It's like I said, it rained a couple days ago, and it's kind of, I really don't want to get stuck. So there's a bunch of beaver out here, which is kind of cool. They're kind of a nuisance, but you know, we don't use this pond, and we're probably never going to use it. But as you can see right there, there's that kind of stuff all along this shoreline. Actually, you can definitely see it right over here. All those trees falling over halfway, yeah, that's all beaver. There's a beaver house over there, and the beavers actually they dammed up all this, which is awesome, because you know, otherwise it would be overflowing into here. But if you were to get under here and look, it's all just logs all piled up and weird looking, so it's kind of cool. But this lake, this pond is about 2 acres, maybe 3. It all depends on the time of the year. A lot of good fish out here. I'm gonna get a small little paddle boat and get out here with my kid, and we'll do some fishing. There's fish on the other pond as well, but this one just looks like more fun. It's kind of like a little maze. My property goes maybe another couple 100 feet that way, and then straight back until you find that same line and cuts over. So it's kind of nice. Here's our ducks. We got 7 ducks and 6 chickens. We got about 80 eggs as well. Now they're not afraid. They just don't like, you know, they like to be ducks and herd up and do duck things. But at night they come in, and it's kind of nice. It's nice to watch them. We actually just recently got them on the pond maybe about a month ago. They're probably, let's see, they're about 5 months old. So yeah, they're fun to have, and it's fun to watch. Chickens are up there at the barn. We also have 1 goat. So we're gonna be adding more animals too eventually. It's not right this second. except for the chickens. We do have a bunch of chickens coming, a bunch of different breeds. It's gonna be fun. Actually, they're gonna hatch here in the next few days, so we're gonna get that in video as well. So this is our pond. We're gonna use this mainly for swimming and maybe some light fishing and for the ducks. So I'm gonna come out and thin out all this eventually. I'm gonna kind of wait on that because the ducks they actually do use all this for cover. And sometimes they stay out here at night. It's hard to get them in. If they don't want to come in, they're not coming in. But after a couple of days, usually, you know, they know where the food is, so they're running. In the summertime, this will come down a little bit. It'll make more of a turn here. And then it'll probably, where that tree is, where those ducks are right there, it'll be, there'll just be water from the left on. The right won't be flooded like that, and over in the pasture it won't be flooded. It'll get kind of shallow. It doesn't rain here as much in the summertime as it does in the winter. So it's a nice pond. We have a bunch of turtles, and that's really, you know, I haven't gone fishing yet, but I see the fish. You know, you can see them coming up and stuff. Turtles aren't that big because the ducks are still there, so. But yeah, this is pretty much, you know, this is it. The fence line needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I can't get the mower down there because it's a really sharp angle. And then there's, like I said, there's like a cliff here. This is probably 20 feet higher than that over there, than the house. They probably didn't want the horses to fall in or anything like that. So this is it though. Now we're gonna go check out that barn and probably call it quits. So this is the barn. We put up some plastic because we had some animals in here and we didn't have time to repair this thing. Like I said, it needs a ton of work. But we're gonna get around to it. So a lot of people told me I should tear it down, but I'm not tearing down any barns. It's bad luck. This is one of my dogs. We have 5 dogs. This is Nugget. He likes to come out here and follow me around a lot. And then got Dante sitting over there on the porch. I don't know if you can see him, but he got blasted with a skunk last night. Whew, man. Woke me up 2 o'clock in the morning, blasted by a skunk, and it woke me up out of sleep. I can smell it outside. It had to have been over there too by the house. So the way this barn is set up is it's like 5 tunnels. 1 tunnel, just place to park tractors and whatnot. Then there's some stalls over here. Middle tunnel, stalls over here. Middle tunnel, stalls over here. And then there's this tunnel right here. Now there's the chickens. I'm gonna go in here and check them out, and I'll show you some problems with this barn as well. So we have right now we have 4 hens and 2 roosters. I know that number's not exactly what it should be, but it's what we got. We originally had 10. A couple of them got taken by animals. A couple of them just kind of didn't make it and stuff like that. So this fence, it's definitely coming down. I'm gonna get over here in the next couple of days and cut this part off, and then fix this footer down here and put some posts in. I'm basically just gonna fix it. So that's gonna happen real soon. Now they did an excellent job because look at this, it's still up, the roof's still up, nothing's going on. So there's my dog. Chickens aren't afraid, you know. This is our main rooster. His name's Oreo. I don't know if you can see him, but he's there. He's a cool little cat. Likes to be pet. Sort of. I mean, they're not afraid, but they kind of are, you know. They're chickens. All right, I'm gonna go inside real quick and give you a tour, show you, meet the goat. Come on. Our barn's a mess. We don't have trash can up here, so we don't get up here a lot. Our goat likes to hang out in the chicken coop and eat all their feed, and that's fine. We just fill it back up. This is our chicken coop. It's nothing much, but it's, you know, it's where the chickens sleep and drink and eat and all that stuff, and it worked out pretty well for us. So she's not in here. She must be around here somewhere. There she is. I don't know how she got over there, but she somehow jumped the fence and got over there because you can't get in this way. So I'm gonna get her out. She must have jumped that fence. Goats. We have a little electric fence here to the left. It's what we kind of first had when we first had let the chickens outside and the ducks and all that good stuff. This tire thing works too. A lot of people like our water freezes. It's just filled with bags, and it's black and it's right in the sun, but it definitely works. It keeps the water unfrozen. Our water freezes here, you know, every couple of days. Nothing ridiculous. We just come out here and break it up and then bring up some fresh warm water. So there's the stairs. Obviously need some work. I haven't been up to the second story yet. This thing was routed with some old electrical as well. Needs to be all torn down and redone. We got some solar we're gonna slap on here just for some lights, and then eventually we'll run real power out here. Eventually. This was a horse stall that when we first got here, they had a bunch of gates up over here, kind of blocking that in. Looks like the horse kind of gnawed on the 2x4s until it knocked them all down. Either that or a beaver. This is Sally. She's over here in this mess. This thing's a, you know, I don't want her in here. We got to clean out this whole barn. We just, like I said, we haven't had a lot of time for all this stuff, so. So we kind of just been, you know, getting around doing what we can. Her stall is the first stall, but we kind of like force her out of there, otherwise she'll just stay in there all day long. But she comes out here and lays in the sun sometimes. She's a pretty spoiled goat. She doesn't eat anything but grain, so that's, you know, my wife kind of messed that one up, but you know, that's fine. She's more of a pet than anything. We're not, my wife wanted to do some milk or something like that, but I don't see that happening, so she's more of a pet. She's kind of cool. She's still kind of afraid of people. She doesn't, you know what I mean? She's gonna run. I don't want to scare her too much because then she'll jump over this fence, and I really don't want to deal with that. But she's cool. Nugget, come here. Come on. We got that trap in maybe a few weeks ago. First day, caught a possum. It was awesome. After that, we haven't really caught too much. We have a trail cam set up, but we don't watch it too much. And but there are some raccoons and stuff like that that come up here every now and then. But she's cool. I don't want to corner her because, oh, that's how she got in. Okay. There's a little spot here. She can jump through there. Oh, good for her. Here's her trail cam, by the way. It must have fell down. That's nice to know. Hang this back up. Check this out. We keep it here, watch the chickens, because, well, if we don't. All right. She'll chill in there, it's fine. She can come over here whenever. She'll get around to it. Chickens like to hang out in the, this is an old horse. These were all horse stalls too, except for this one. This one was obviously for chickens or birds or something like that. They had a ton of hardware cloth already here. That's the best thing about this. It was already here. We didn't have to do anything. Now it's, yeah, it's a kind of a mess and stuff, and it's definitely not built the way I would build it, but it's fine. You know, it works. And it's off the ground by a lot. I wish it was a little bit lower, but that's all something that can be fixed later on down the road, and we'll get around to doing that. But that's pretty much that's the tour. Hope you guys like it. If you have any recommendations on what I should do, I'm all ears. So that's where she sleeps. She likes to sleep in this little what's it called? Place where you drop hay in from the ceiling. So yeah, all these have hay chutes, which is kind of cool. We're never going to use it for that because we're not going to grow our own hay or anything like that, probably. It just seems like we don't have enough animals for that kind of stuff. Our main concern, our main focus is going to be chickens. Chickens, because they're easy and they're just easy. I mean, these things eat most of their food outside. They're outside all day long. No problems at all. Plenty of places to hide. We have a lot of hawks and stuff like that. But that's, you know, that's about it.